Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Comic Book Club.
Hi, I'm Hayden.
Hello, I'm Campbell.
And over the weekend, or last weekend, there was an Ocean City Comic Con. Campbell, did you go?
I did, and me being me, I forgot everything because I forgot that we had Comic Book Club today.
So anyways, I actually bought a good amount of stuff. There was this one person who was selling a good amount of prints, and I thought they were really good, so I decided to buy them. So the first one that I bought was this Damian Wayne Robin. That was really good. And then I bought the Reverse Flash, which, fun fact, the person actually signed it reverse, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool detail. And then I bought the Red Hood. It's pretty cool. And then I bought the Flash instead of the Reverse Flash. I bought both just because they go next to each other and it looks really good. And then I bought Supergirl. And then Spider-Gwen. And then finally I bought Arrow.
Green Arrow.
Arrow from the CW.
Oh, right. Forgot that he hasn't gotten the hit.
Right, he's still Green Arrow. The show is just called Arrow.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they didn't want a long name.
What do you got there?
Oliver
What's that
Queen.
small thing?
Oh, this is just a card of half the Flash. And, I thought it was cool, so I bought it.
Just half of them. Nothing else.
Yeah, it's just that.
GT.
Actually, 1/4 because there would be that and then the legs.
Alright, congratulations.
Thank you. I can.
So, even though you don't have them, what did you buy, Campbell?
I actually bought the same Flash and Red Hood prints that he bought, and I also bought one of the guys' Carnage prints. So,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there was also this table that was doing an amazing deal. It was the comics were 50 cents each, and it was 12 for $5. So I got 12 awesome comics.
Neat.
Yeah, indeed.
Alright, so I think we'll pass it off to the next people, and
Have a great day, everyone.
Hello, I am Sam, this is Maxine,
I'm Maxine.
and as you probably heard, over the weekend we had the OC Comic Con, and I actually bought this from the con. It's a poster of the Flashpoint Paradox, but instead of the animated poster, it's got the cinematic actors, and you can tell this is actually hand-drawn, so with really attention to detail. And speaking of Cinematic Justice League, the new trailer came out like a couple weeks ago, and it looks really good. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it's going to be a really good movie coming up, and I'm also looking forward to watching Wonder Woman this season.
Yes. They both look really good. Like, there are lots of cool scenes in it. Like, there's Aquaman, like, riding the Batmobile, jumping on a Parademon. There's, like, this really good scene where Aquaman, like, throws a guy out bar, takes his beer, it's like, it's on him. Cyborg looks really good. The CGI doesn't really look that great. I mean, like, when you kind of... Some shots looks good, others it looks kind of rubbly. It's kind of like, in my opinion, like Tarkin from Rogue One. Batman has, like, a lot more vehicles. Like, he's got, like, this giant, like, robot spider. And Flash, we find out that his, that, like, his dad's in jail. There's a scene with him at the, jail cell with him. And so we also see Commissioner Gordon, who's going to be in the movie, and that's good. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, and there's tons of stuff that looks pretty good, and I'm looking forward to the movie. That and Wonder Woman. The DC Cinematic Universe. I hope these movies can make people finally appreciate them the way I do, and who knows? Maybe they will be good. And I kind of like what they're doing with these characters. They're making them more serious, but they're also learning, make them a little more goofy. Like, not super goofy, but they know their quips. And that's really all I got. You want to say anything?
I sadly couldn't attend the OC Comic Con this weekend, but I heard a lot of good stuff about it, and Bob Petrecka was there too, so it was nice hearing that he was there. And I guess the last thing I could say that I know about is that the show Flash on CW, Barry travels to the future to find more about Iris's death and was Savitar. So that's all I have to say.
Well, that's all we got.
And
well,
see you
sorry.
next time.
Hello, Comic Book Club fans. I'm Alex. This is Ian. I did get to go to the con, but unfortunately, just like my good pal Campbell,
Yo.
I forgot my stuff. And I didn't know it was comic book club today. So, yes, that kind of stinks. But I was excited also because this weekend I was going to go get to see Kong Skull Island. But unfortunately, I got sick and I could not go. So,
What did you get at the con?
Oh, yeah.
at the con, I got a few things. Like I got an action figure of the Flash. I got some new Lego minifigs to add to my collection. But Ian has some better things for you to
I
show.
bought some prints like Red Hood, Green Arrow, and Deadpool. I also got like this small thing too. It's also Deadpool.
Isn't it the same artist from?
No,
who
I
did
got these
Aliens?
from the same artist, but I got this one from someone else. I forget his name though.
Did you have to pay for that?
Yeah, I did.
Cool. Well, good talking. See you later.
Hello, welcome to our segment of Comic Book Club, where the youngest kids talk about comics, I guess. I don't know.
Hi.
Now, since Jonah forgot to bring in stuff he bought, and
At the
I
OC-Con.
didn't buy anything, we decided we'd go over a topic that we already did in another video, except this time we're going to be explaining updates. And that was Injustice 2.
So, as you probably know, it was recently April Fool's Day, and for Injustice on the website, they show all the characters released so far, and they have these little boxes with locked characters that have yet to be released. And they did an April Fool's thing where if you hover over it, it would say the names, and they put like fake names like
These are a few.
Joker, Vixen, Star Sapphire, Captain Boomerang, the Wonder Twins, and
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
No, not Beast Boy. That was one character that wasn't there. But anyway, it tricked me.
Yeah, I thought it was real, but
Yes.
it wasn't. It was all a big
Anyway,
lie.
so there was a lot of new trailers. Shattered Alliances Part 2 and Part 3.
Don't worry,
They
man.
also released just happened there. Anyway, they also released pictures, and they released pictures that format into one entire thing. There's one character I think though that is definitely coming on the main roster, and that's Joker. Because like number one, you can't have a game about DC fighting characters without the Joker.
Because it's the Joker.
It's the Joker. You need him. So anyway, it's are you guys laughing? Anyway.
Oh, what about that Red Hood thing?
Oh yeah, so I was on an article on Scholastic, and the book fairs they sold a comic, and there was a page on Injustice, and they said Injustice Gods Among Us is really cool, and following that is Injustice 2, including characters such as Atrocitus and Batman, and Red Hood, which is yet to be released. So
It's very intriguing.
yes.
You know?
We don't know. I don't know if because that was a long time ago. I don't know if it's supposed to be if Red Hood if like he didn't make it into the main roster, or he's supposed to be in the DLC.
Maybe he's the guest character. Maybe he's like alternate gear for Robin.
No, the guest characters are people that aren't in the DLC.
Well, yeah.
All right. Anyway, we'll see you later, I guess. Next segment.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Lily,
I am Emma.
and we went to the OC-Con,
We did.
but unfortunately, like many others here, Emma forgot her stuff.
I always forget things. So it's
And I
It's actually pretty funny because we didn't know what to do when we got there.
yeah,
We were so
because
confused.
since it was our first time there, we didn't really get a lot.
Yeah,
But,
we were confused about a lot
Mhm.
of like walking
So we were walking around and we saw this you knew
Yeah, I read his webcomics from time to time. Don J. Martin.
him. And we started talking to him, and he was really nice. So he gave us his autograph on.
A flyer. Because I was too shy to buy a print from him, so like he just ended up signing a flyer.
And then I got this Flash print by Steve Boyes. And some pins. So that was cool.
Hold him up, please.
So yeah. I also got a Miss Marvel comic book.
Oh, that's nice. I bought a Miss Marvel comic book too. It was pretty good. Yeah. And yeah, Billy D. Williams was there. And before I knew how much money it was to meet him, I just saw him from a distance and actually drew him. Drew Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's
awesome.
super good, Emma.
And then, well, so I just kind of watched him from the back of the crowd while he was talking. And yeah, that was OC and VA Pizza.
I thought it was really cool because since it was our first time there, we got to see a lot of comic book artists. Like Paris Cullen, we saw
Bob
Bob
Petrucca.
Petrucca again,
I saw Don J. Martin.
Don J, that was cool.
Yeah.
And of course, and Steve Boyes, so that was cool.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome back for the final segment of this new episode of Comic Book Club. Emma has stayed with me, but in case you forgot, I'm Mr. P. I'm the principal here at St. Joe's and the moderator for Comic Book Club. And yes, we basically kicked off con season here in South Jersey in Ocean City at the OC Con. And our friends at the OC Con were kind enough to give us a table. The kids may not have mentioned that. So I worked the table all day Saturday, brought some of my stuff with me to display, had my wife with me to keep me company. Her name is Tony Ann Gazandi, and she played Molly in the movie Annie with Carol Burnett. So she was there talking to some fans as well, signing a couple autographs. But I was really more of a place for the kids to park their stuff and check in and to help them get accustomed to their con. You heard that for some of them it was their first con. And there were a lot of artists there, friends of ours from the area. Our friend Bob Petrucca was there. Paris Collins was there. Neil Vokes was there. And a couple of the other smaller name artists, so to speak. But I wanted to follow up on Emma because the big star guest of the show was Billy D. Williams. And Lando Calrissian, did a nice 45-minute to an hour-long Q&A session for everybody at the con. That's what the kids were hanging around the table watching. And I just wanted to say again, I think her Lando piece is just fantastic. This is great. Emma, what grade are you in?
7.
7th grade, right? So some of our viewers out there might be impressed that one of our 7th graders drew such a beautiful picture of Lando Calrissian. You guys might recall from an earlier episode, to support Emma's efforts, I bought a Flash that she drew. And I was so impressed with that I said, you know what, I want to get that. And I mentioned just a few minutes ago that we are friendly with former Marvel and DC Comics artist Bob Petrucca. Bob comes to visit Comic Book Club. He was known at Marvel primarily for being an inker in the 90s. So I'm going to make a copy of this that he can ink for us so we can see Emma's pencils come to life underneath Bob's inks. I did get some things at the show. 2 of them I didn't bring with me. Bob Petrucca drew a Captain America sketch cover for me, and Neil Vokes drew a Thing sketch cover for me. He also signed a couple issues of Eagle for me. And Paris Collins was there. You guys might remember from earlier episodes that I'm a huge Paris Collins fan. I was a huge Blue Beetle fan. I still am, I guess, right? But in the 80s, Paris was pretty popular at DC Comics for drawing Blue Devil and Blue Beetle and New Gods and the Forever People. And he actually worked with Bob Petrucca at Marvel on Hyperkind. So I have actually, that I have shared in the past, a lot of Paris Collins pieces, but I did get a new one. I got a new Blue Beetle. I want to share that with you. Right here on this side. So this Blue Beetle commission I had him do for me on Saturday and into Sunday. I went back and I picked it up on Sunday. I think it's a great piece.
That's really good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Looks great. He had a little color to it for me. So this, of all the Paris Cullens pieces I have, this is my favorite. Even right here, there's an old Paris Cullens Blue Beetle and Booster Gold piece that I have as well. So that was the highlight of my con experience. But since the last episode, I have picked up a number of pieces. I'm going to try to share some of them with you quickly. I'm going to go back to the last piece of last year. This was Bob Petrecka's inks over Paris Cullens Blue Devil. There was a breakdown piece that Paris did for me, and then I had Bob finish it. But recently, I picked up this Adam Hughes Supergirl sketch. Bob Petrecka came to visit Comic Book Club the last episode and inked this Alan Davis Batman for us. I think it looks great. I recently picked up this Green Lantern, and this guy here, this Wolverine, was drawn by an artist for Nickelodeon called Jacob Chabot, and was also signed by Wolverine's creator and Marvel Comics former editor-in-chief, Len Wein. So that was kind of cool. I also had an opportunity to pick up this beautiful double-page spread of pencils by the late Alan Kupperberg. I'm sure you guys remember him from Marvel and DC Comics. This is just fantastic, and I got this from his brother Paul Kupperberg, former writer and editor at DC Comics. I also picked up recently a couple random things, a Tom Grummett Superboy page and a Rick Hoberg page from The Strangers. I think it's an old Malibu Ultraverse title. There's the Blue Beetle I just got. These are older pieces that I've shared. Looking for some new stuff. Oh, and this Alan Kupperberg Marvel Superheroes piece that features Submariner, Captain America, Storm, Professor X. It's pretty cool. I'm always looking for things. Paris was there. Paris also signed this print. Paris had emailed this print to me. He said it was printable, so I actually printed out a few of them. So he signed about 3 of them for me. Again, one of my favorite characters by one of my favorite artists for that character. Thought that was pretty cool. I also picked up these 2 Barry Kitson pieces. All right, this Green Arrow that he did a few years back for someone named Gavin. And this Barry Kitson's Hellcat is the centerpiece, so to speak, of this Hellcat Jam that was done by a number of artists. It's incredible. I love the fact that he does the colors. Barry has done colors for me before for my girls when he did this Wonder Woman and Supergirl for my daughters. That's pretty cool. So lots of stuff going on, picking up lots of pieces. So much we could share with you. But of course time is of the essence. The con season has started. We were excited about the OC Con. This coming Saturday alone is the Camden Comic Con at Rutgers College in Camden, the Great Philadelphia Comic Con, and the Comic Art Con in Secaucus, or wherever it's being held in its new location. I can't do too much this weekend because I'm going to Disney next week, but I am going to go to the Philadelphia Comic Con on Saturday. Looking forward to meeting a few more people. The collection grows all the time. I do share pieces of it from time to time. You can find me on eBay at TNT Comics, and you can find all this stuff on Facebook at TNT Comics on eBay if you want to just check out our stuff. Thanks again for watching. A great job with that Billy D. Williams Lando Calrissian. You guys have a great day. Have a happy Easter, and we will see you next time on Comic Book Club.